Hello, Bunmi Unique family. How are you doing? It's another beautiful day, and today is another episode of our Time Out with Bunmi Unique. Our topic today is signs you are healing. Yes, signs you are healing. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but by the time I got back, I was super exhausted and my brain was in a whole lot of places. I went for a seminar, and funny how the topic we had planned, I was going to talk about it in another direction, but events from yesterday made me realize these topics are a journey through my life, and truly I want to share my own story with you. Pending when, in case I have people sharing their stories with me, I'll definitely come and share. So let me dive into today's episode, signs you are healing. Now, I would share a picture of me on the day of my mom's funeral. I'll put it up here. That is it. Then I want to talk about an event I attended after the funeral. There. Yes. So now let me dive in. We all go through grief in different ways, and I'm sure a lot of people keep wondering whether they will heal from grief. Now let me tell you, let me tell you one blunt fact: you can never heal totally from grief. However, there are gradual signs that show there is a progressive better way to manage and handle your grief, and we could call it a form of healing. Now, yesterday I attended a conference, a seminar in Ikeja, GRA. Now, when I was going, I took a different route through Ikeja to go to the venue into Ikeja. Tell me why we were done with this event and I saw a bus going to Ikeja. Because I've been standing at that junction for a while, I just jumped into the bus. Of all places to take me to as their final bus stop, why would this bus take me to the front of Lasut in Ikeja, the very hospital my mom passed on? Now, there's something I forgot to share when we're talking about grief coming so far. Did I mention that I developed panic attacks? Oh yes, I developed horrible panic attacks. My hands will be trembling, my body will be shaking, my heart will be palpitating. It's as if my heart wants to explode. My head is everywhere. It took me a lot. There was a day I felt I was going to have a cardiac arrest. Fortunately, a doctor friend was around, and that was when she told me these are panic attacks. Now, I count myself to be very lucky to have gotten someone who paid for therapy sessions for me. I went through 5 therapy sessions. Yes, 5 therapy sessions. When I lost my mom, I did not know how bad and how messed up I was up here. Not until I started attending therapy. My first session was the first time I let out tears since we buried my mom. And I am grateful to the Odukoya family because it was Dr. Debbie, who is the third and last child of Pastor Bibo Odukoya, that paid for those sessions for me. And it was through those sessions I began to get my healing. Now, anytime I hear siren, due to the experiences I had, did I tell you that I rode a lot in ambulance with my mom? I rode in ambulances with my mom. And once I hear siren, especially the last 5 days of her life, I had traumatic multi-experiences. When I see an oxygen tank, I'm triggered. When I stopped watching my favorite series, Chicago, what's the title now? Where they have Chicago Med, because it kept giving me panic attacks. I'm just trying now to begin to watch some episodes, because those episodes, one thing about those medical series, they tend to give you an understanding of some ailments and symptoms. When you begin to have them, you know quick things to do, first aid to help yourself with. So when I found myself in front of Lasut, there was an ambulance blaring and rushing to take somebody into the emergency in Lasut. That was the exact entrance. This bus dropped me. My hands were shaky. I now remembered what my therapist said. Bunmi, take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, which I did. And when I did that, I found myself a little bit more composed. And I now did what she asked. She said I should pray for whoever the ambulance is taking in there for them to be fine. And they should not encounter the kind of pain I encountered. And I did that prayer, and I walked away. I was able, on a good day, I could stand in that panic until that siren stops. I keep shivering. Even after the siren stops for 10-20 minutes, I am not composed to do anything. So after that happened yesterday, it dawned on me, okay, now Bunmi, you're beginning to handle things a lot more better, a lot more easier than it used to. When I got into the vehicle, we passed through Airport Road. As we're coming through Airport Road, a vehicle was conveying dignitaries, and they were coming with sirens, and I was like, Bunmi, take. So I want to share this with you. It may seem very tough now. It may seem very tough, but gradually, you begin to find yourself doing things that grief didn't allow you to do. You begin to do them gradually. It is not rocket science. It will not happen spontaneously. Presently, I'm still struggling with taking coffee because I love to take coffee with my mom and my grandma. Me of before that, I can take 2-3 cups of coffee. Let me tell you, I'm struggling to finish a cup of coffee because in between I get emotional. I just turn it into the bottle, throw it into the freezer. When it's frozen, I pour it into my popsicle mold. When it's frozen, I just take it like I'm taking ice cream to reduce, but I'm still taking my coffee. Yesterday I wore one of my mom's jackets to an event, and the cloth she bought for me. And I used some of her perfumes. I had to go look for them. A friend got me one, so I had to spray some of that. Then the one my grandmom gave me, I added to it. I said I'm taking a part of them with me to that event, and I felt bolder. I felt happier. I felt like I had 1,000 soldiers bouncing behind my back, telling me, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. So why am I sharing this with you? It's a gradual process. There'll be little signs. It may not seem like a big deal, but there are little signs to tell you are healing. Don't let it eat you deeply. Don't let it take too much of you. Just take it one step at a time. And remember, I'm always a DM away. Leave me a comment or send me a DM. Should you need my phone number, leave a comment or send me an email. Or let me conclude by saying this. Okay, my phone number is +234 805836 1296. I take it again for those that were out of Nigeria. +234 805836 1296. You can reach me on WhatsApp there. Send me a message, send me a DM, and let's talk.